Good morning. Good afternoon. It's a beautiful rainy day today. It's rainy. You guys want to see? Want to see? It's not too much rain, but a little bit rain. It's raining. It's raining. Yeah, I had a good sleep, I think. So I'm going to do the new moon messages today. I was too tired yesterday, so. Anyways, where is everybody? Hello, everybody. I just wanted to come on here first because this is my chatter channel. This is where I just chat with you guys and do whatever, and maybe sometimes cook and clean and whatever on here. It's kind of my personal channel, but I'm smoking my doobie and having my coffee. Sometimes I just like to come on my channel and have my coffee with you guys instead of sitting here watching things on YouTube. I spend a lot of time by myself. Hey, Fire 147. Hello. 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 I took the doggies out, fed them, made my coffee, got dressed. That's about it. That's all about it. I got dressed. And I did my laundry last night, so I folded it all, put it all away last night. So I got clean house coat. That made me happy. Getting up and not having to like throw the clothes on right away right in bed. Like I like to like walk and find out what I want to wear and then put it on. So it's kind of nice now. It's kind of nice air right now. I like it when it's after it's rain. It's really nice after rain. I already got the reading set up, but I was almost thinking of doing it over here, but I've already got it set up on my computer, so I'm gonna do it over there. So everything is good. Everything is clean. That all my reading area is all done. Like I'm not smoking over there anymore. By my computer, I'm not smoking over there anymore. So it's all ready to read. Yeah, all ready to go. Hey, we have do. What's up? So yeah, that there is. I have to put that away yet. That's just a blanket and my poncho thing and a onesie that I washed all of it though. Everything is clean. I love when my clothes, everything's clean. Even the doggies got clean blankets, everything. So happy when everything's clean. Hey, sexy. What's up, way up, dude? Oh, trying to turn around. But yeah. It's beautiful out there. It's beautiful. Go dancing in the rain. Let's go. Everybody go dancing in the rain. It's not cold. It's just like nice breeze. Not even a really. It's a little bit of a breeze. The trees are moving a little bit. What are y'all up to today? No biscuits. No biscuits. No biscuits and gravy. No, I haven't cooked in a bit. I only like now that my kids are grown up. I only cook once in a while. They eat whatever, like they make themselves food, and when I cook, it sits there, and I end up eating it all by myself. So I just rather let them. Well, it's my youngest one only living with me now, so he likes to just make his own stuff. So he'll eat like different things he'll make. Tuna, whatever. You know what I mean, like healthy stuff too, but. Putting stuff away, that's what the kids are. My kids have never been like my little slaves. It's kind of my fault, but not really. When I was a kid, everything was up to the kids to do. Like, our parents did a lot of things, but we, us kids, we had never had a free moment. Like, we never had time to be just kids. Like, I never wanted my kids to be like to have to be like that. Like, feel like they have to be adults when they're kids. And it's just the way that was like then. But you know, my parents did what everybody else did, right? So can't really blame them. But we had to do what we had to milk cows and all that stuff when we were 10, 11, 12 years old. You know, we had to do all the things that any if we could do it, we had to do it. If we had to try to do something, and we had to learn how to do it. And if we were tall enough, or if we were, our bodies were strong enough to do something, then we had to do it. We had to bring our own water from the well. We had to do a lot of things. I never wanted my kids to have that much of a hard time. And so I did a lot of things. And when I did need help, I just asked, and they just now, I always get no from everybody. It's not just my kids. It's like, you ask somebody for help, they always say no, so you just do it yourself. I've stopped asking people for help. I've stopped asking people for doing things. I've stopped asking people because asking people for help when you always get a no is kind of disappointing, and it brings your own, it brings your own spirit down when you do that. When you're always getting a no and you're still asking people, just they will learn on their own too. They will learn. I wake up to school in the snow. Kids are swimpy nowadays. Yeah, yeah. We had to walk to bad weather to go to school. We had to be treated bad at school because those people thought they had some kind of, like, they had some kind of egotistic problem. And so when they got to be a teacher in your town, it got to their head, and they thought they owned you as a child. And I remember my dad put a stop to that. They wanted to punish you for things that you didn't even do. It was a totally different life. Going to the German Mennonite school. I've watched so many podcasts about being controlled by religions and stuff like that, and cults. And and the more I hear about cults and about so-called religions, they ended up being cults and they were just to control people. The more I hear it, the more I know that I was in one, and our family was in one. So the more I hear it, the more I know it. But my dad got kicked out, so we never got stuck on them. Not really, it's our own choice. Yep, today is tend to be prepared too much. Want a PS5 at 12 years old. Yep. And I was the authentic mom, you know what I mean? So my oldest boy, he learned to make money to buy these things for himself, and he also like, he also helped, got me stuff. He got my brother's stuff. I got my brother, got his little brother's stuff. Like, he has, and my oldest son has really um, stepped up in the world. You know, and my youngest one too. Like, when we were in Leamington, when he was like 11, 12 years old. No, when he was like 15 years old. When he was like 15 years old, 16 years old, he would go to work with me. He would go to work with me to make a little extra. When my kids were little, though, I was a dancer, so they got whatever they needed. So that's why I still to this day don't regret ever doing what I did, because I did what I did, and I did it with morals. I used my own morals when I was there. I kept them in mind, and I don't ever think I crossed the line of any line that I made for myself. And my kids had they had new clothes, they had new toys, they had everything they needed. I had a babysitter, you know. At one point, I had a nanny. It was my sister. So, like, when my kids were little, I worked hard, and I did something that I was being criticized for. But the people that criticized me, they were no better. You know what I mean? They may have not done that, but if they had the body to do it, they would have done it. You know what I mean? So just because they didn't have the body to do it, or the guts to do it, they wanted to, put me down for it, right? But anyways, then after doing it for so long, I met a guy, and I thought, okay, maybe I can quit, just be family, have the family life, right? Well, that didn't last. That didn't work out either. I wish I never would have quit dancing. I honestly wish I never would have quit that journey, because it would have got me financially stable enough to follow my spiritual journey at that time. But when you're young like that, you don't realize, and if you don't have a lot of like support, you know, um, my kind of like my wisdom support was listening to a radio show host, and his name was John Tesh, the radio show host. And also I used to listen to Delilah, but I like John Tesh more because he had a lot of knowledge. I really liked his knowledge, and I learned a lot from him. My dad died when he was young. Like, my dad was only early 50s when he died. So, yeah. I did what I danced once, but, I also had no choice. So when I come here, and I met my husband, the one I ended up marrying. Now, he's the one that kind of like, he's the reason I went dancing, because I was with him. We had our first child. Well, I didn't even have nothing in my home to even make something for my child to eat. So, yeah, that's when I decided to go check out the dance clubs because there was an agent in the paper. I ended up calling the agent. Well, my ex husband ended up calling the agent. We weren't married. We weren't married at that time. We only got married once he thought he was gonna lose me. That's when he got married. But yeah, while I was at work, he was at home, and he would have other chicks come in and do the dishes and stuff for him. Yeah. So that's why I left that motherfucker, because he was not a loyal person. That was, yeah. So I ended up my dancing ended up what helped me get away from him. And the thing that made me realize it is that he stressed me out to the point where I ended up going to work one day, and I ended up having a new car. I had bought myself a new car after my second child, and my second child was 6 months old when I went back to dance. And to make money, because we couldn't afford to live. Like, he had just gone back to his job. Like, kept quitting it, and so he wouldn't support. Like, I couldn't count on his support for that. So I went back to dance. I bought myself a car. He stressed me out a lot about it. Uh, I only owned it for 9 months. I ended up going to work one day and smashed my car up. Like, I totaled it. I was lucky to be alive. My car, I hit a truck on the bumper of it, so my front end was a V. My passenger side was hit, totally smashed in. My back of my car was totally smashed in. And I only hit one truck, and then a tow truck hit me. So that there made me realize that was my wake up call, That was my tower moment when I made the decision to leave my husband. And that's when I started planning it. So, yeah. Anything I do for the rest of my I'm almost like I'm 49 years old. Anything I do for the rest of my life, anybody has something to say about it, I don't give a shit. The only one that I care that I make happy is the Most High. So, um, I do my channels, and that's what I do. I can't physically do a lot of work anymore because my feet are messed up. My legs, my bones, everything's messed up from doing what I did. So yeah, there's a lot of my story, but yeah, and then when I did decide to have a family, the guy ended up on medication first, and the medication was opioids. So those opioids didn't lead him nowhere good. So I stayed as long as I could. He had children too, and we had we had joint family, and I stayed as long as I could. And then I had to save myself and my kids. And I saved his kids too by telling his ex to come and get his kids when shit went down, right? So I did what I had to do. And I stayed as long as I could with that person to try to help him. That's why I don't surround myself with people that have opioid addictions anymore. I can't deal with those people anymore. I'm done with that. So, yeah. And I stay safe in my home and on the internet. I don't go to I don't go to places where people are evil. Like I don't try not to go to places where people are just bad. I know there's a lot of bad on YouTube. Anyways, there's a little bit of my story, and I haven't even smoked my joint. But I like telling you guys about myself, so you can understand that I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna be a victim. Um, because when you become a survivor, they can't victimize you anymore. So, well, every day is part of that lesson we learn, right? Um, there's more to my story. You know what I mean? There's a lot more to my story. I also lost a baby. I was 5 months pregnant, so um, I also saved somebody's life that I loved very much. There's a lot that I've gone through, and I'm overcoming it by creating peace in my home, by creating a sanctuary in my home, my green sanctuary. I started growing plants, and that's why I started nurturing myself by growing plants, and nurturing my plants helps me nurture. I don't have children. I can't have children anymore. I don't think so. Nurturing my plants is what I do, and nurturing my soul by doing my spiritual channel. And when I come on here, it's just I talk whatever comes to my mind. So today that come to my mind, and when you've been through stuff like I've been through, then you kind of just cautious about things in your life. You're cautious. You're more cautious. Um, you're more cautious about people and their intentions. I have learned a lot of lesson. So Sadira, I can't even say their name, said, "Don't spread your faith. Don't spread my faith." They hid that. They hid that comment. Don't spread my faith. I'll spread my faith as long as I want. And I'm very grounded. Yeah, I don't care about trolls either. Yeah, you know what? I have the power of the Most High with me. I have God's power with me. So, and I have the archangels with me. So, anybody that sends me negative energy, I don't sit here and freak out about it. I send it back to sender. So, you get a little bit of your own medicine, okay? That's what I do here. So, I just send it back to sender. No more trauma sent to my family or my home or me. Back to sender. Everybody has to learn their lesson. And people that are ignorant are people that will have to learn their lessons. They'll have to learn some hard ones. Sedurin to Heinz Hertz. Oh, that must be like that company or that worm company or that worm medicine company that doesn't even work. That's what that name is, the Hertz. That's your last name? Is that your company? Because your company sucks. And bitch, I'm very grounded. Come find out. But yeah. But yeah, I can tell what's on the internet now because I've um I've seen some really nasty chicks online. I've seen some really nasty girls online that really are angry with their life. And maybe this one is that one. There was a chick the other day, she was blocking everybody in her chat. And she's telling everybody that she hates everybody. I'm just waiting. I'm just like, all right, what do you got to say about me? Because all I'm going to do is block you and never come back to your channel, bitch. Like, I really don't care. Like, you seem like you have a lot of pain and you're taking it out on people. That's what I saw in her. And she's just like, I don't like you because I don't like your name. I don't like you because I just don't like you. And she was doing it to everybody. She couldn't do it to me because she just couldn't, you know. Because I'm guided by the Most High, and if you do, you get karma, you know. And even people that are angry, going through the grief that are angry, even those people watch their back when it comes to that because they know the only reason they're doing it is because they want attention. They're angry. So, I used to be one of those people too. I used to go online and really just let everybody have it online, but that didn't do me any dang good. Letting it all out online is not the best way because it will come back what you send out. You know, what you release is coming back. What others don't accept is coming back to you. So speak well when you speak online. Yep. Yeah, I think she did because she wishing people dead and everything on there. And there was a guy who was like saying like how can you be so like a hateful woman? Like how can you be so hateful? And she just went on and on. She didn't say why. She just kept going. She just kept going and laughing like a little evil little twirl. Like she was just, that's what's sad was when evil takes over sad people, and evil takes over sad people. They get like that. It's almost like they're possessed. You can like you can hear in their voice that they are really a good person. They're just going through something really hard. And you don't want to be there to be their punching bag. That's what you don't want because you're making it harder for them. If they do something towards you and if you're a good person, you just got to get yourself away from there because they'll do more damage to themselves if they harm a good person. But yeah, I do feel sorry for people like that. I do feel bad for people like that. But I pray for them, like not in a condescending way, in a way that hopefully they can get over that part of their grief. But I don't want to be around it. I definitely don't want to be around those people because I'm not their punching bag. And unless you feel like you're their punching bag, you don't need to be around that. Doesn't mean you don't care. It doesn't mean you don't care if you're not around those people that are going through their anger stage. Who wants to be around that? No one. And I think Psychologically, we all know that when someone's grieving, that is the first part of grief is anger. And I think that's why a lot of people stay away from you when you've lost someone. When you first lose someone, I think they stay away from you because they're afraid of setting you off, and then reaping the reward, reaping the karma, whatever, right? That you're putting out, right? Yeah. It seems like a guy cursing at the viewers because he didn't have enough viewers. Go figure. They're all they all unsub. Right? It's like just because we're having a bad day doesn't mean we need to tell everybody, because you know what? Not everybody does. Not everybody. Not everybody cares that we're having a bad day. And if you share your bad day with everyone else, then everybody's like, "Oh, I'm not part of this group. Nope, I'm not gonna like. Nope, I'm unsubbing because I'm not part of this energy." No, I'm here to help, but um, I'm here to help myself also. So when I know that it's too much for me, I do distance myself from people. I can get overwhelmed. People have a lot of problems, including myself. So once it starts overwhelming my issues, like my issues start coming out, like feeling more like they're on the surface again, then I gotta draw myself back from other people. That's how I feel. Anyways, I really don't have much to say. I don't feel like much people have much to say in here either. Like what people have said, whatever they wanted to say, they've come on here and said it, and everybody else, I guess I'll send you love if you're angry. And if you're hateful, well, sorry to feel that way, but how's that make you feel? I'm just being funny. All right, goodbye, guys. See you later. See you all later. Have a great day. Have a beautiful rainy day. And love each other. No hate. Love. Sending love and light. And sending blessings and joy. And sending answers to lessons you're all learning to learn. All right, God bless. I'm just going to show you my plans while I get out of here.